morning once again. Hi, Winnie.
Hi, morning.
Morning. How you doing?
I'm good, thank you.
You good? All right, fantastic. Edgar, oh, I don't know, man. There's just so much happening online these days. It's mind-blowing. It's blowing people's heads off.
Yeah.
You see where I'm going with that, right?
Yeah.
Heads off.
Mind's blowing. Yeah,
Yeah,
I see what you
exactly.
did there, yeah.
But the post that shook me to my, I don't know, to my
Bones.
toes. Well, anywhere.
Yeah.
I'm a little concerned about what gets posted up on social media these days. There was a video of, should I call him a socialite? I think he is a club owner, entrepreneur, socialite, Pretty Mike. And he arrives, as is almost usual now, with an array of ladies, right? So a lot of people have talked about how he arrives. You know, he probably does like matching outfits for the ladies or certain levels of skin exposure. But this time, it just took me aback because he arrives at this event with some ladies wearing some very goth-looking makeup.
Yeah.
It did look like stage theater kind of things. But the weirdest part was they were holding what seemingly resembled human heads. Now, I don't even know where to start with that. First of all, you're arriving at someone else's party, right? A birthday party, nonetheless, looking like that. I don't know. I don't know. Just thoughts, anyone? Thoughts?
Yeah, so I think Pretty Mike is a showman, and every opportunity he gets to attend an event, he's obviously thinking about how do I do better than, what I did the previous time.
Yeah.
And I think there was one time last year where...
Better or worse?
Worse.
No,
can you do worse than last time?
Yeah, true. Because I think there was the time where he came with this pot that had a dwarf in it or so.
Oh, my
and then they were boiling something in the pot, and he kept turning the pot around, and they were cooking the guy in the pot. So it's to some people that it's aesthetics. It's creative, it's drama, but
It's creepy.
I think the question for me is where do you draw the line?
Exactly.
Where do you say, okay, I think I'm overdoing it? But Pretty Mike is more like, I need to do more. I need to do something else. I need to do something worse, like she said. So
Arriving at someone's birthday that way.
But again, think about the celebrant who invited him.
Sure.
What were you expecting? Would you ever call Pretty Mike and say, please, if you're coming to my birthday party, please don't come, just come on your own, don't come with anything? No, he would probably just tell you, if I'm coming, you have to allow me to do what I want to do. And you're like, okay, fine, and even, so yes.
Yeah. So I think in the end, it's just where we are generally as a people, morally and mentally. Now, I think a lot of people do things just for the buzz of it and for the trend of it, from weddings to birthdays and all of that. I know when it comes to birthday celebrations now, they're talking about different trends. Once upon a time, it was the trend of, where to celebrate the party. Then, of course, they're doing birthdays like weddings, and now they now do destination birthdays and things like that. So I think when people, I remember Vicky James literally being dragged for literally inviting Pretty Mike to her wedding. Because people were like, okay, fine, you're forming Daughter of Zion, but at the same time, still the kind of person you're inviting because of, not because of his personality, because the kind of things he'll do. Because I think it's quite, as much as, yes, we see certain things as being basic and like, oh yeah, as you said, people see it for the culture, for the arts and all of that. I think, because initially when I saw the video, I saw him walking, I'm like, oh, okay, the girls behind him this time look quite normal. Do you understand? So I'm like, okay, maybe he was running out of ideas. Then before I actually saw the heads, so the heads were literally, I think they were probably made.
Yeah, they probably look like some
they were
kind
probably
of
like dummy heads and all of that made and look like, okay, they were probably like beheaded and all of that with the blood, makeup and all of that. I just feel like, certain things might just seem basic to us, even to him doing it. If
but
peradventure,
are you sure it
but you have
really is?
That's what I'm saying. May just seem basic to him doing it, but you never literally know the connotations of what you're doing spiritually. And that is actually to draw from the point of.
Seriously?
No, it's not just you're laughing, because I remember there was a video that actually went viral during December celebration of a club, and where the club literally had a pot, and there was a guy on red doing some incantation, and even the guy on the DJ was talking about how somebody's literally about to experience their first principality tonight, and that was a club, and someone literally tagged it. And I was like, okay, I came to club. It's not club I come. What's really going on here? Do you understand? And there's that music, and there's literally a woman at the background chanting and all of that. My point is that you just need to be conscious of where you're going to, and then what you're literally exposing yourself into. Because you go home now, science is that worrying, you'll be wondering.
But it was crazy. And then something else that took me aback was there was one of the ladies was holding the two ladies in front by the hair, sort of like reins of some kind of horse.
Yeah,
or
like
something.
a horse.
Like, I don't know where these ideas are coming from, but I don't think it's okay. I don't think it's normal. I don't think
You know what I feel.
there's fashion, there's also culture, but I don't know where culturally
Where it places at. Because, I mean, what does it interpret to eventually?
Exactly.
So I think the idea here is, like I always say, let art be art. I think what he has done is probably just seen some movies abroad, online, like Hollywood movies, and then he's probably trying to, depict the Greek era where they bring heads as a sign of, love, or as a sign of respect to the king.
It's not love.
I'm saying like the Greek era now.
Even the Greeks, they know what they do.
You know the Roman era when they say, for example, they'll tell you, if you can get me the head of.
Have you ever thought of
Pontius.
why he's particular to this? Why is it always art towards the dark side of things?
Exactly.
The other time he literally had, was he females with male genitalia? Like exaggerated genitalia on their costumes.
I think the reason is
then he had
because
pregnant women. Then he had
so
why is he
no
tilting?
one will take the news if no one will take it up if he does anything.
No, you can't
regular.
say you can't say no. You can't say that.
I think that's what he's thinking. I think that's what he's.
No, I
that's
don't
his
think.
thought
I don't think you
process.
can necessarily say
He knows that if he does something dark and demonic, people will take it up and people.
And my
will
point
blow
is
it.
that like as much as it seems basic, like
It's
that's
not-
what I'm
it's
saying.
not basic.
Even if he doesn't, he's not aware, right? There's certain things you attract. Just like now, we're talking about how you're talking about you pick your phone up and your phone is literally giving you stuff you're thinking about, and you're talking about, and all that. It's the same thing. It's just like thoughts, right? You attract them. If you dwell on it, something's going to come up.
What about those in the movies though? Those that play roles like that.
When
of
it's
the
a movie,
producers-
and of course, and even now you have movies where they talk about how, even after they acted certain scenes, they
feel
literally
affected.
do you understand?
Yeah.
True.
I remember there was a movie I watched sometime last year, and then I know a lot of, I can't remember the name of the movie now, but it was a horror movie and all of that. We had all exorcism and all of that happening and all of that. Now the producers and directors talk about how a lot of people literally felt negatively affected by the fact that they played roles in that movie. That's what I'm saying. It's not to you. It might literally just be basic
exactly.
stuff, but
It's just
that
fun and
basic.
games. But there is the place of culture. There's the historically relevant things that obas and things like that used to do, and they're depicted in plays, and we see these things.
And
we
we know
understand
there's a
it.
reason for
We know
it.
there's a reason. So it's a depiction of history. I'm not sure where in history.
Where is the link? Do you understand? If you even say, is
was
it
depicted? I'm
is it
trying
connected to the theme of the birthday?
No.
It's usually just off. Like, so what's the point? No, really. Just imagine I come to your house now.
Yeah.
Your mom is at home. I come and visit you. I will wear white garment clothes. I'll now carry one head. I say it's art.
They'll stop you at
No,
the
you
estate gate.
You explain now.
They'll stop you at the estate
You say
gate.
mom is just
devil is a
art.
liar.
It's
Devil is a
African
liar.
art.
I think we really need to get this guy on the show.
And I think what really...
We need to tell him
I
don't
think-
come with anything.
No, actually, if he's coming, you should come. No, he cannot. He has to come as he is. No, I think what even is more like I don't know what really gets to me more is even at the ladies that he actually uses more than anything. Do you understand? Because it's like, I mean, that's how deplorable the states of people are. I mean, people are probably economically and all of that, where they actually have to do things like that because they almost don't have an option. Do you understand? Because I mean, if you literally, I can't imagine someone telling me to do something like that and like I actually agreed to do it. So there are certain things for labor you do, but like dignity has to literally be
But
behind.
you know, there are
it.
also some ladies that would just love to explore. They
No,
have
yeah,
the same
so
mindset as well.
in this
They
particular
have the same
situation.
mindset as well. They're like,
hear
I want
you,
to do something
which is
dark
why
as well.
you see-
even without the pay. Even without the pay.
No,
There are people that will probably
not in
say,
Nigeria.
I would like to try that. I would like to do that. People also want the
So
buzz
I think there's
for
a place
themselves.
of
Not in Nigeria.
ignorance and enlightenment now. There's a fine
their
line.
poverty.
Yeah.
There's a fine line because even if you ever assumed there was nothing to it, maybe you just needed to hear from us and say, see, there's something there. If you're not like mentally or even spiritually strong enough to connect with it yet, maybe you need to get more spiritually strong or strengthened. Because even seeing it, I wanted to scroll past, but then it kept coming up on other people's posts. And, you know, everybody's trying to create like a mental block against any negativity and stuff like that.
True.
But things like that just seem to create.
But then again, talking about it now, so if it's even annoying me.
What?
So I don't wonder, like, why do we have to talk about certain people on the show?
Which
Like,
was
why?
probably one of the aims. We're still talking about it right now.
Yeah, exactly.
But
So-
we'd love to hear your thoughts on this. Please let us know what you think. And would you be sending an invitation to individuals such as, you know, who we're talking about today? Would you?
Are you afraid? Pretty Mike. Will you be sending invitations to Pretty Mike to attend your events? Please let us know on social media. Thank you.
Thank you.
Let's take a quick break, guys.
We'll be
back.
right back.